What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Steve the Gunner, bringing you all the very next episode of the Noob's Journey to the Top 10. Basically, if you don't know what this series is about, it involves a noob like me, totally, climbing the Sword and Shield Smogon OU ladder until I reach the top 10, which I've never done before, so this series will probably go on forever. Regardless, I apologize for no uploads throughout these last couple of days, guys. Unfortunately, I caught a really bad cold and a very light fever, which was further worsened by my gum choosing to get swollen of all times because my wisdom tooth was like, you know what? This person is suffering. Let me make it even worse by starting to grow right now. So yeah, I couldn't even speak or eat properly throughout these last few days without biting my gum. But yeah, I'm much better right now. I still do have some coughing fits here and there, but regardless, I am definitely in a mood to ladder again, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So yeah, as I go into this, huge shoutouts and thanks go to my boy Darius for passing me this amazing team based around Crawdaunt. Initially it was choice banded, but since I continuously ended up getting trapped by Duck Trio, I decided to put Life Orb and Swords Dance on it as opposed to close combat. So yeah, I definitely see myself benefiting from this change here and now, and my opponent here is a pretty interesting team, not gonna lie. But I think I should be fine. Now, as far as this is something that Darius has been telling me to consider as I play my matches, but I'm supposed to assess which of my Pokemon put in a lot of work and which Pokemon of mine do not, meaning that I can definitely sag them if they're not up to par. So from this matchup alone, I definitely see Crawdaunt putting in some work, particularly against his Gastrodon and his Steelix, so I can definitely set up on those Pokemon, but as well as his Mandibuzz, really. So this is definitely a Pokemon that's going to put in a lot of work. I'm not sure about toxicity. Hyper Voice will definitely do a considerable chunk of damage, but I can't necessarily Volt Switch out to my heart's content, especially when this thing is AV. So other than that, I don't see Cinderace putting in much work other than being a U-turn Pokemon, so I guess there is some usage here. And Dragapult can put in some work, but nah, judging from his team composition, it's just here to be an annoying U-turn Pokemon. And Corviknight is definitely something I need for as long as this annoying Pokemon, which is this Hawlucha, is around. So yeah, definitely a lot to take into consideration. And Seismitoad is pretty much here to just set up rocks and is probably the most expendable Pokemon in my party. So yeah, definitely a lot to consider, but I'm going to lead off with my Dragapult. My opponent is really nice for not starting the timer. If it was me, I would definitely do just that, but my opponent was like, nah, I ain't about that life. So mad respect to you, my dude, as here I'm just gonna go for a U-turn, take over half of this thing's HP, which is pretty hilarious, not gonna lie. As yeah, I don't know what Indeedee does, but if I were to be a betting man, I would assume that Corviknight hardwalls this thing. So yeah, he's gonna go for Psychic. That's gonna do absolutely piss poor damage, and honestly, I see no reason to not go for a Body Press, as he's just gonna go for his go straight out into his Mandibuzz. In hindsight, I could have just gone for Brave Bird here, but I didn't feel like taking any sort of recoil damage. And honestly, I don't know what this thing wants to do other than just going for a knockoff or a U-turn of sorts. So in that regard, I think I'm fine by just staying and going for a Brave Bird. As yeah, he's just gonna U-turn like I expected him to, which is fine, as now he's gonna go straight out into Steelix. In hindsight, I probably could have just gone either Body Pressed or gone out into something else, but yeah, I probably should have done just that. But it should be fine, because now this just gives me a very free switching into my Seismitoad, as I would assume he would want to set up his Stealth Rocks, but no, he instead goes out into his Gastrodon. And here, I could very well set up my Stealth Rocks here and now if I so wish for it, but either A, I think he's going to go straight for a Toxic, or B, he's going to go straight out into his Espeon. So in that sense, I think I'm fine by just going for an Earth Power, really. Yeah, he's just gonna straight up go out into his Espeon like I expected him to. I'm gonna get some nice chip damage off on him and pretty much guarantee him dying to a Shadow Ball, which I don't think was even a roll to begin with. But yeah, with this Indeedee being at half health, I won't necessarily have to worry about Psychic Terrain, as the moment this terrain is gone, I definitely see my my Crawdaunt just knocking things out left and right with Aqua Jet. So yeah. I'm sorry if if there was any background noise there. My sister can be pretty loud at times. But you know what? That's what makes her her, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Anyways, wholesome stuff aside, he is just gonna trick me, which is kind of unfortunate. But oh yeah, that does kind of suck, not gonna lie. Honestly, I expect him to either go out into his Gastrodon or his Steelix. In which case, I'm gonna go out in my Dragapult. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to, as he's gonna go straight out into his Gastrodon, which you know what is perfectly fine. And here, what I can do is just pretty much take this as the chance to go for a U-turn and go straight out into my Seismitoad. Yeah, because now with him tricking my Corviknight, Seismitoad can pretty much be here to do whatever it wants, really. And there's definitely a victory in that. So, yeah, I should be fine. I don't know what my opponent wants to do, but I'm just going to start the timer here since I am recording. And I do not want to bore you guys with my constant monologuing. Regardless, I kind of feel like a dick. I'm so sorry, dude. But, yeah, here I think he's just, honestly, yeah, he's just going to double out. He's just going to switch out and go straight out in his Mandibuzz is what I wanted to say. Sorry about that. I had to edit out a cough. As now, I think, honestly, there's nothing stopping me from going out in my Toxtricity. And with him, and with his terrain being gone, I assume that he would want to go out into his Steelix right now. Which I can get, you know what, a decent chunk of damage off, courtesy of a Boom Burst. Unfortunately, it's not even close to being a two-shot, which I don't know what else I was expecting there, really. But now he's just going to be able to set up his Stealth Rocks, which is kind of annoying, not going to lie. But I'm just going to keep clicking Earth Power. My plan here is to just pretty much keep clicking Earth Power. Actually, you know what? Should I make that play? Like, I'm generally considering throwing all caution in the wind and just setting up my Stealth Rock. Actually, you know what? No. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine because here, I definitely will be able to knock out his Indeedee here and now. And because I was able to do just that, I can definitely, switch that Core Changes Rocks to his side. So, I'm not necessarily worrying too much about this particular situation here and now. So he has leftovers, which means that I have no place staying in right now. And with his terrain being gone, with his terrain setter being gone, I don't necessarily have to worry about him just doing whatever he wants, really. Roos was definitely the best play here because I need this thing healthy specifically for his Hawlucha. So Hawlucha. I love how I'm saying it with such an accent. But I am just gonna pretty much go out in my Seismitoad. Again, because I'm Earth Power, I don't have to worry about Iron Defense, Body Press or something along those lines. So I should be good. Now, here, he has a few more turns of terrain left, which is pretty sick, I guess you could say. But unfortunately, I am forced to go out into my Crawdaunt here. What to do? I need Corviknight healthy specifically for his Hawlucha. That much is in itself a given. But at the same time, his terrain is dying. So, I don't see any, I'm not necessarily too worried because I think a combination of a Brave Bird, a combination of an Aqua Jet and a Shadow Ball from my Dragapult will be able to knock this thing out. So, yeah, I should be fine. As here, I'm just gonna go for a Brave Bird. My man just doesn't care. He's just gonna go straight out into his Hawlucha and he's just gonna lose it here and now, which was really surprising, I guess you could say. But now I legitimately have nothing to worry about. All I got to do now is just pretty much keep this thing around as a sack, and I should be good. Speaking of which, I'm about to cough right now, so be right back. All right, so my opponent here is now gonna pretty much go straight out into his Steelix. Honestly, I genuinely don't care. Seismitoad beats this thing all day, every day, so I'm not necessarily worrying too much about it. Him doubling out into his Espeon does kind of suck, but truthfully speaking, he's only putting himself in a position where, Psychic Terrain is just gonna go out, and the moment it's gone, I will most certainly be able to go out into any Pokemon of my choosing and just do whatever I want, really. He's just gonna knock me out with the Shadow Ball, which may appear to be sad, but that's perfectly fine, because now I can go out into my Cinderace and pretty much just go for a Court Change. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a Court Change here and now. I don't expect you to want to stay in, and even if you do, I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna be even able to knock me out. So yeah, now I'm gonna be able to exchange rocks on his side, meaning that he's gonna take all that residual damage, which is pretty damn awesome. And now, my play here is to pretty much go straight out into my Seismitoad. I could try to go out in my Crawdaunt, but truthfully speaking, I don't want it to take any unnecessary damage. Okay. I'm gonna go for a Toxic on you, bro. I'm not letting this thing set up for free, as he is just gonna make the smart play by going out into his Espeon, which, you know what, is perfectly fine. I, honestly speaking, don't see myself losing this game unless I just like choke massively. And for me to choke massively, I need to pretty much just let all my Pokemon die. And yeah, like, I don't see myself losing this game, honestly. Now, I could keep this thing around, and I definitely do see some merit in that, because I continuously will be able to scare out that Steelix of his. But yeah, oh yeah, it's a very good thing I didn't switch out there into my Dragon Ball, because if I did, it wouldn't have ended well for me at all. As now with him being whittled down so much, I do think a U-turn from my Dragapult will be able to knock you out from here. And it really doesn't matter what you go out into. If he goes out into his Mandibuzz, I am going to go straight out in my Crawdaunt, and I will smack something in the face with a Crab Hammer. So, yeah. His Steelix is unfortunately at 89%, which is kind of annoying. But that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, because now I will just pretty much go straight for a Crab Hammer here. And even if he goes out into his Gastrodon, that's fine, because he is a Curse variant. And if he is a Curse variant, I should be able to knock him out. As like, yeah, he's just gonna go for a foul play, make the smart play. But unfortunately for my opponent, I have no intention of setting up here, because if I did, it would pretty much be career suicide. So, yeah. As of now, okay, he goes out into his Espeon, but why? Aqua Jet knocks you out, bro. Alright. I know for a fact that he could potentially... So, let me think this through. Screw it, I don't think. I'm just gonna Sword Stance up. Okay, so my opponent here is like, I'm just gonna pretty much try to recover up on a Crawdaunt, and now he's screwed. Like, it doesn't matter what he does. He is very much screwed, as Steelix is not gonna even live an Adamant +2 Life Orb knockoff from a Crawdaunt, and just like that, we are able to snag our first victory, which is pretty damn awesome. Okay guys, I'm back right now, and as you can see, this is what my opponent brought against me. And from here, once again, Crawdaunt looks absolutely phenomenal against them. I can pretty much set up on his Seismitoad if he tries to pivot with that thing. So yeah, I should be fine. Lead-wise, I'm gonna lead off with my Dragapult, because truthfully speaking, it matches up well against pretty much anything and everything. And here, I'm just gonna go for a U-turn. Yeah, him leading off with his Hatterene does kind of suck, but at the same time, I have a Corviknight, which I can use to, like, pretty much handle this thing, so I should be fine. As he is just going to go straight for a Dazzling Gleam, which does a considerable chunk of damage to me, because, yeah, Hatterene is a pretty obnoxious Pokemon. But that's fine, as he is just going to go straight out into Cinderace, which I don't think was a good play at all. Because, like, yeah, you're now very much in range of an Aqua Jet, which is pretty damn awesome. As here, I expect you to either A, go for a U-turn, or B, go for a Pyro Ball. And honestly speaking, I'm in no mood to make a... Okay, he's just going to go for a High Jump Kick, which is going to blow up in his face, because he just missed his move. Regardless, I'm very sorry, my dude. And here, I'm just going to go out into my Dragapult. Dragapult pretty much beats this thing down anytime, any place, anywhere, because, like, yeah, his rational play was going for a Hyper Voice, and even if he went for an Overdrive, I don't think it would have been a two-shot on me. So yeah, I should be fine. As here, I'm not gonna make any predictions. I'm just gonna go for a Fire Blast and pretty much guarantee the two-shot on this thing, because now all I got to do is just pretty much click knockoff, and yeah, he has no switch-ins. Because he let his Ferrothorn take all that damage, he is now a dead man walking. So yeah. I'm just gonna go for a Fire Blast. He's gonna go out in his Seismitoad, and I unfortunately missed my move, which does kind of suck. But at the same time, it's nothing I'm gonna lose sleep over anytime soon, because even if he sets up his Stealth Rocks here and now, I will be able to just core change them away like it's nobody's business. So yeah, he's just gonna miss his Toxic, which is kind of unfortunate. But here I'm just trying to whittle you down, bruh. Him doing that is kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, that's fine, because, like, yeah, I was able to set up my own Stealth Rocks here. Now, okay, why did I just stay in? Okay, that was a very bad play on my behalf, so I really apologize for that, guys, because I definitely could have used that thing as my answer to a lot of his threats, really. But at this point in time, I think I should be fine, because I quite literally just have to click Shadow Ball here and now. He has no switch-ins whatsoever, and because he let his Seismitoad take this much damage, I doubt he'll be able to take another Shadow Ball to the dome. As out comes his Dragapult, I want to see if he has a Sucker Punch or not, so I'm going to go out in my Corviknight. I don't necessarily know what kind of set you are, as he is just gonna go straight for a Draco Meteor, which is honestly just fine by me, really, because, like, yeah, now I'm able to just put him in a position where he can definitely knock me out with any move he chooses, but I'm not gonna even allow him to do that because I have a very free switch in my Toxtricity, as Overdrive is not gonna do any sort of damage to me at all. At all. As now, I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch. Alright. He goes out into Seismitoad, which I guess was to be expected, and I probably could have just gone for a Boom Burst. But considering the position he is in, I thought that he would like make the more irrational play, but that's definitely on me, as honestly it's fine because there's nothing stopping me from going out in my Corviknight, and I'm just gonna pretty much keep clicking Brave Bird to my heart's content. So yeah. Alright, so from this situation alone, I think I can decipher the fact that I don't necessarily need Cinderace for much at all. So yeah, I'm gonna pretty much just let this thing go down, which does appear to be unfortunate on paper, but I should be fine. I definitely should be fine because worst comes to worst, I can defog these rocks away if the situation appears to be dire. So yeah. Now he's just gonna unfortunately find out that I'm Choice Scarf, and unless he's timid Choice Scarf, he is not gonna be able to outspeed me, and I will be able to knock out that Dragapult of his, and I think that should very much be good game here. I think that very much should be good game here because, like, yeah, his best Pokemon to take me on would have to be a Seismitoad, and I think Crawdaunt just beats that thing down anytime, any place, anywhere. So here I'm just gonna go for a Shadow Ball. It doesn't matter if you knock me out because now I can just go out in my Crawdaunt, and I don't see myself needing to even set up in the first place because I am Adamant Life Orb. Mind you, I'm not Jolly Life Orb, I'm Adamant Life Orb. So if this doesn't knock out that Hatterene of his, I will very much be surprised, but it is going to be able to knock him out, and just like that, we are able to cop our second W of the day, which is pretty damn awesome. And I'm very much going to look for another game. I'm not going to even see how long this live is going because I want more. Alright guys, I'm back right now. But yeah, threat-wise, stupid mosquitoes. There's a lot of them here, which kind of sucks. Lead-wise, yeah, I'm just going to lead off with my Cinderace. I'm not going to even think about this twice, as yeah, he's just going to lead off with his Hydreigon. And unless this thing is Choice Scarfed, which it could very well be, I am just going to click U-turn. Honestly, I don't even care anymore. This is a bad play, and this is something that I would, yeah, see, I just paid the price for it. But like, yeah, what I meant to say was that this was a very bad play on my end. And it's something that I would very much recommend you guys to never do, so, yeah. Honestly though, why would you even do this? You know for a fact that you're not going to be able to knock him out, right? Because he has this thing called a Komodo. I don't care. I'm just going to set up a Swords Dance here. And keep in mind, a Draco Meteor is going to hurt me. But he's not going to do that. Instead, he's going to take a +2 Adamant, knock off to the Dome, and yeah, his Corviknight is just going to die. His Corviknight is just gonna die here and now, and that's pretty damn awesome. So yeah, I just made a really bad play, and I got rewarded for it, which feels pretty damn awesome, I guess you could say. But like, yeah, I'm definitely, yeah, I need to get my shit together. So here I'm just gonna go out in my Dragapult. What am I doing? I love how I'm just living on the edge right now, and just making all these unnecessarily aggressive plays. But like, yeah, just note to self, like, just take this from me, guys. Don't play like this. Don't play like this at all. As yeah, I'm just gonna go out in my Toxtricity, and you, my friend, cannot touch me. If there's something certain in life, there is no chance in hell that you can touch me. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna click Boom Burst, and that is very much a 2-hit KO. So I'm gonna click that again, unless of course you have some like random speed EVs, which I definitely know for a fact that you don't, and I will definitely be able to knock you out. So yeah. Down goes the Seismitoad. Down goes the Seismitoad, as now, what I think I should do, what I think I will be able to do, is pretty much just, yeah, do whatever I want, really. I'm just playing on autopilot at this stage, so here I'm just gonna go out in my Seismitoad. He's gonna go for a Pyro Ball, and that's gonna do absolutely pitiful damage. And I'm just gonna go for a Toxic here now, because chances are, A, he's gonna go out into his Sylveon, or B, he's gonna go out into his Hydreigon, or C, he's gonna go out into his Komodo. And I just said it as if I'm like decoding something really complex, but really it's just common sense at this point. But me putting his Sylveon on a timer is a really good thing, because now I can very much put myself in a position where I will be able to like pick things pick his party members off slowly with my Crawdaunt. So like yeah, and I'm just gonna go for a wish right now because I'm gonna go for a stealth rock right now because I knew for a fact that he was gonna go for a wish anyways. So yeah, here I'm just gonna go out into my toxicity again. Since I'm AV, you my friend cannot touch me at all. So yes, I don't know if this thing runs earthquake, but I'm gonna find out right now. As he's just gonna be like, I don't care anymore. I'm gonna go for a clangorous soul, and I'm gonna like get myself all this boost, which you know what is fine. It is fine really, and I know for a fact that you have this move called Drain Punch, which is definitely gonna be somewhat of a nuisance. But I think I should be fine because now I can go out into my Dragapult, and I have the stab called Draco Meteor, and you are a dead Como. Get out of here! So my next phase of the match pretty much revolves around me just, yeah, I don't see myself losing this game at all, guys. I very much don't. As here, I don't see a reason to keep my Cinderace around, so I'm just gonna let this thing go down. He's gonna go for Mystical Fire, which surprisingly is able to knock me out, but yeah, like there's nothing you can do. So I'm honestly just gonna click Sludge Wave as of now, because there really isn't much that he can afford to go into. Like, yeah, he can go for Protect and all, but considering you are toxic, you, my friend, are not in a good position at all. And like, yeah, you could very much, you know, try to go out in your Cinderace and try to like core change the Stealth Rocks on my side. But there's nothing stopping me from going out in my Seismitoad immediately after and setting up my Stealth Rocks. So, realistically speaking, you're screwed. Yes. It is a very unfortunate situation, but you, my friend, are screwed just as much as my English accent because I cannot speak without biting myself in the gum. Wisdom teeth sucks, guys. Wisdom teeth sucks so much. All this pain, all this suffering, but what for? Why is it a thing? It's so pointless. So much pain. All for nothing. Just like life itself, you know? Just like life itself. I'm really bad at acting. Right, note to self, never try to do these sort of things because if anything, I'm just gonna make my audience cringe. But regardless, I'm gonna go out in my Dragapult. Again, there's nothing much my opponent can do at this point because considering I'm Choice Scarfed, you are a dead man walking, and I don't even have to click Draco Meteor. I'm just gonna go for a U-turn. And now I'm gonna go out into my Crawdaunt, and I will be able to nab my final KO with Aqua Jet. I'm not even gonna like, yeah, he's not even like heavy duty boots, so this Aqua Jet will definitely be able to pick him off, and that, my friends, is going to be another good game. So yeah, we are, wait, what? How did I get this low? Huh, alrighty then. I never thought losing one game would make me lose that many points. Alright then. I'm just gonna get one more final game really and just call it a day. Alright, so my final opponent here is using another Toxicity squad. I don't know what's up with me continuously facing Toxicity squads, but it's whatever. Honestly, once again, Crawdaunt is like a one-way ticket to disaster, and I think I just faced this opponent a while back. Huh. Alrighty then. Assuming that is the case, I got a lot to consider, but at the same time, I really don't. Honestly, I'm gonna lead off with my Toxicity, because yeah, he's just gonna lead off with his Hatterene, and I'm just gonna click Sludge Wave. I am Assault Vest first of all, and granted, Psychic may definitely be able to knock me out, but it's whatever really, as I'm just gonna go for a Volt Switch. I assume he would want to set up Stealth Rocks, but if he does, yeah, he's gonna go for a Spike, which is like, okay bro, because now, you got the Spike right now, not me. So here, I don't know if my opponent thought that magic... Just my luck. Pyro would have done so much damage to you. It's not even funny. Pyro Ball would have done so much damage, it's not even funny, as... Yeah, unfortunately, now I'm in a position where... Did I get a crit? No, it wasn't even a crit. I'm just gonna keep clicking Pyro Ball at this point because, like, yeah, my opponent just, like, lucked out so hard. That was a really unfortunate sequence of events. Not gonna lie. But... Yeah, I'm just gonna click U-turn here now. No reason not to, as what I am gonna do is just... If I was able to hit that Fireball, I definitely would have been able to, like, go out in my Seismitoad and be able to set up my Stealth Rocks to my heart's content, or, like, just put him in a position where he can't necessarily do much without risking a lot of things. But that, unfortunately, is now out of the window. I'm gonna go out in my Dragapult. That's gonna do a considerable chunk of damage, but Shadow Ball is definitely gonna be able to knock him out, which is pretty damn sick, I guess you could say. But, like, yeah, I don't think there is a sense of equivalent exchange here, because, like, now I'm just pretty much forced out. But that's fine. That's fine, because now what I will be able to do is put him in a position where he can very much go for a U-turn if he so wishes. So I'm just gonna stay in and go for an Earth Power, because, like, the more chip damage I'm able to get on that Hatterene of his, the closer I will definitely get towards winning this game. So yeah, there's definitely a victory in that, as I'm gonna go out in my Corviknight. No reason not to, as he's just gonna go for Dazzling Gleam. That's gonna do absolutely piss poor damage, and if he chooses to attack me here and now, it's not gonna work out for him, is what I'm trying to say. As out comes his Toxtricity, and with this Roost, I definitely will be able to continue checking his Hatterene to my heart's content. So yeah, I'm definitely not in a bad position. But at the same time, I would say that it is pretty damn annoying, as I think I can definitely take out that Ferrothorn of his with a combination of, you know, body presses, knockoffs, and, you know, Fire Blast from my Dragapult. But at the same time, I don't want to have it come to that, you know? So, I'm going to go out in my Toxtricity, really. I think Boombar... Okay, that does 42%. Alright, that's fine. That's honestly fine, because now I think... Like, this is I wouldn't say this is a bad position per se, because while I definitely just let my Toxtricity take that much damage, I think I should be in the... My man's just got a, like, really high roll. Alright? Like, I'm trying to not be salty, guys. I really am not, but come on. How can you experience this and not call BS, is what I'm trying to say. Because had he not gotten that, he definitely would have been in range of an Aqua Jet, yes, from my Crawdaunt. So it's whatever. As out comes his Dragapult, and I'm just gonna click Sucker Punch here and now knock this thing out. So I definitely am benefiting somewhat from not letting my Cinderace die here and now, and I definitely got no intentions of letting this thing go down now, because it definitely, with his Dragapult out of the way, I can pretty much just click Pyro Ball in my heart's content. So yeah, it definitely is a win con for me here and now. And as of this moment, there's nothing stopping me from trying to set up my Stealth Rocks, because I would assume that he would want to go out into that Ferrothorn of his. So I'm going to do just that. Alright, so I'm going to be able to get the prediction right here and now, which is pretty damn awesome, because now he definitely, like, his Toxtricity, his Hatterene will take all this chip damage the next time it chooses to come in on my face, and I definitely will be able to benefit from it when it's all said and done. So yeah, definitely a decent position, I guess one could say. But as of now, alright, he's just gonna go for Power Whip instead of trying to go for Leech Seed, which I would say was a pretty bad play from his end, because now I'm just gonna be able to smoke you with the Fire Blast, and that's literally all I need to end the game right now. And you are gonna see that, because Crawdaunt is here to claim all its KOs, and this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see, you know, like having your star Pokemon put in a lot of work, and as of this moment in time, he has no way whatsoever to beat this thing. As out comes his Toxtricity again, and honestly, let me run a calc first. Yeah, it's a roll to knock him out, and a roll that I'm not necessarily willing to risk just yet. So here, I see no reason to keep my. Okay, why did I just do that? I think I just made a really bad play there, because Corviknight was definitely the sack of choice here. Shit, did I just choke this game away? I think I just did. Huh. Yeah, I just choked this game away really hard, because Corviknight was definitely the sack of choice here, because now I risk his Cinderace being able to beat me one-on-one, which actually does suck. But at the same time, I think I should be fine. Somewhat. Like, he can just keep going for boom bursts here and now. But what I'm trying to do here is put him in a position where I think I can live one. Yeah, I definitely think I can live one. Never mind. Okay, he's life orb, so it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense for my opponent to have. It makes a lot of sense for my opponent to knock me out, considering he has that. But here I am going to risk it. Who's gonna win the sucker punch? Let's find out. All right. So unfortunately, because I'm a guy, I end up outslowing that Cinderace of his because it's a woman. So what am I even saying? All right. Oh, never mind. Sucker Punch doesn't even come remotely close towards knocking me out. Alright, so I think I may have just won, boys. I very much have just won, because Crawdaunt is definitely going to be able to come through for me here. I think with the Stealth Rock and all that damage, you are definitely not living. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Crawdaunt is going to be able to come through, and just like that, my opponent is going to lose his final Pokemon to Stealth Rock and Spike damage, and just like that, we are able to claim another glorious victory, courtesy of this monster. So I think that is a very nice place to end this video, guys, considering how I've probably gone way over 30 minutes right now. But regardless, I hope you all managed to find enjoyment out of it. If you did, feel free to drop a like on this video and let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on Crawdaunt. And with that being said, I'll see you all on the flip side. Bish!